He fell asleep on my lap. That's when I found the messages. Heart emojis, kissy faces, plans to meet in Paris. And just like that, I stopped recognizing the man I married. Last November, we were watching a movie on my husband's laptop. He fell asleep with his head on my lap. When the movie ended, I closed the window, and behind it, a chat app was open. At first, I saw familiar names, but one stood out. A contact that looked like our niece, but her name was misspelled. That felt off. I clicked. It wasn't our niece. It was a woman I'd never heard of. Someone he was messaging in a way that made my stomach turn. Flirty, intimate, too familiar. There were heart emojis, kissy faces. My husband never uses emojis, except with her. He told her she was lovely, said he missed her, invited her to our new home in Spain, our home. Said she could come after his sister left in September. He never mentioned this to me, not once. I sat there, frozen, with his head rested on my lap. I didn't hide what I was reading, but I couldn't read more. I just couldn't. I went to the bathroom and cried. He followed me, concerned, but I said nothing. Later, I asked him, "Who is Helen?" He acted confused, said she was a friend, a mentee. I told him the messages didn't sound professional. He said he hadn't spoken to her in 10 years. I reminded him of the recent invite to our house.
This is classic narcissistic deflection. Instead of taking responsibility, they reframe the relationship as innocent, shifting the focus onto your overreaction. It keeps them in control of the narrative and paints you as irrational.
Then his story changed. He said she had just gone through a divorce and he was trying to be kind. I asked, why tell her you miss her? Why compliment her looks? He said he didn't mean anything by it, that it was just words. Nothing made sense. The next day, he was cold, defensive, told me the real problem was me, that I always act funny when he has women friends, that he wants more female friendships that don't involve me. And just like that, I became the issue. Weeks passed. Then came the second blow. I was using his iPad, with his permission, and while trying to put it on low power mode, I saw the Messages app again. There it was, a thread with someone new. Not Helen, let's call her Barbie. She thanked him for being willing to meet. He asked, "What are you looking for?" with a kissy emoji. She replied, "Someone fun, open, looking for a long-term relationship." The date on that message, 2019. It was from a dating app. There was no room left to doubt. Subscribe to this channel for more raw stories and the psychology behind them. When I confronted him, he said he couldn't remember which app it was. Said he joined just to talk to women, to get a different perspective on our marriage. I asked how many women. He didn't know. Said he'd met a few, but just for friendship. He swears there was no sex, only talks. I didn't believe him. I found condoms in his bag before. We don't use condoms. During his annual guy ski trips. Once he messaged a woman, "You're cute and seem like fun. Want to meet up?" When I questioned it, he made me feel like the crazy one. He says I'm jealous, that I snoop. But I don't. These discoveries, they happened when he gave me his devices himself. The truth is, I feel gaslit, betrayed. And yet, he still won't come clean. No apology, no effort to rebuild, just accusations that I'm the problem for not trusting him.
Narcissists rarely feel guilt in the way healthy partners do. They see apologies as a loss of power. Instead, they minimize, deny, or attack anything to avoid vulnerability.
He says he didn't cheat, that I should believe him. But at this point, how can I? I've begged for honesty, for a real conversation, for something that feels like remorse. All I get is silence, or worse, anger. So I took a trip alone to think, and I've decided I can't live like this. I won't stay married to someone who lies and then acts like I'm the villain for noticing. I want the truth, full disclosure, or I'm walking away. Because what he took from me wasn't just trust, it was my agency, my sense of reality, my voice. And I'm finally ready to take all of that back.
When someone shows repeated disregard for your boundaries, your reality, and your dignity, that's not just infidelity. It's emotional abuse. And when it's wrapped in charm, manipulation, and blame, that's narcissism.